Hola, bonjour, hoi, guten tag, and as always, konnichi, wagwan. It's your boy Charlie Michael Pope. Thank you for joining me today. This is Tuesday Talks. If you're new to the channel, old to the channel, whatever to the channel, welcome back, welcome here, hello. This is Tuesday Talks. If you don't know, this is an inspirational series, motivational series. This is just a lovely little topic series that I bring every Tuesday. And by the title, you can see today's episode is titled Changes. And as always, I have my trusty laptop that has all my notes because, yeah, I can't get everything out from my head without looking at my notes. So let's get into changes and what the whole video is going to be about. Changes, change, life changes, seasons change, friends change, people change, the universe changes, situations change, and we change. For the better or for the worse, that is to be seen. But like video game movies and like video games and movies, we're here to level up. We're here to get to the next chapter. And to get to the next chapter, normally your protagonist, you are the main character. You have to change, evolve. And that's what I'm trying to get at here. So today we're going to talk about the pros and just the small cons and everything about trying to change your life and trying to be better. And obviously before we speak, I always like to, before we get into the whole topic, I like to give a little definition. That's my consistency all the time. And changes. So the definition in the dictionary says, change equals to make someone or something different, alter or modify. So yeah, alter or modify. We're modifying ourselves. Like when you get a nice car on GTA and you modify it just to make it a bit better, a bit faster. Today we're talking about how to modify yourself to be a bit better. So first of all, when you apply change to your life, it makes you more flexible and adaptable. In what sense, Charlie? Well, let's talk about that. Without a doubt, change makes you more flexible and adaptable. You learn to embrace chaos in a way that seems weirdly foreign, but it's acceptable and achievable when you apply this change. And then you are armed with more confidence after you go through this change, this stuff, right? You are armed with more confidence as you walk into the next uncomfortable situation. You begin to thrive in new situations because you have proven to yourself that you can not only handle change, but you can flourish and grow. So what do I mean by all this flexibility and adaptability? When you start to apply change to your life, if it's changing your routine, if it's changing this, the first couple of days it's going to be so weird. Your body's going to be thrown out of whack. If it's changing your job or changing your schedule or changing the people you surround yourself with, at first it's always chaos. New, people don't like new and change. But when you apply that new, the start's a bit hectic, a bit mad, a bit balls to the wall, a bit like tennis ball being thrown at you. But then you get to grips with that and you that change was a bit hard to start with, but you know what, I understand this now. I'm a bit more flexible with life because I understand I can be like water. I can change directions. I can change the people I'm around, change the car I'm driving, change many things. And through this, you get used to going through change and applying that change, applying those new levels and modifications to your life. And that allows you to become more adaptable. If you're changing all the time, not in a mad way or a bad way, but if you're changing the way you do things a lot, you're used to being able to be flexible and adaptable, and that will increase your relationships and make you stronger in a sense. And that leads me into the next part, becoming the best version of you with newfound life values. Those times to change, right? When you reevaluate yourself, your life, and you look at certain things from a different perspective, depending on what the change is. It may also reinforce your life values. If moving to a whole new country makes you appreciate the natural world, your family back home more, your friends, and also the new surroundings you're in, then that's a big perspective change. But it also depends, you might be doing mini changes, as I said earlier. These little things you do will help you develop new life values. And if you're changing your career because you now realize said career before didn't satisfy your life needs, it's okay to say, you know what, I thought this was me, but I'm going to change my outlook on life. I'm going to change the career I thought I maybe wanted, right? And these changes will help you understand well and truly who you are and what you value. For me, that change that is new is something I yearn. I hate the same. I don't like being somewhere for too long. I don't like not challenging myself or changing my surroundings, and that's why I travel a lot, because I like new experiences, new people, new adventures. I like to challenge myself in a way where I have to think about more people back home. It's like I've been away from them for so long, but let me bring that back in, and it makes you find new life values, and you apply that to your life through change. And you look at my channel, and a lot of my thing is change. A lot of the time on my channel I change yearly. I started with movie reviews, and then I changed to like comedy stuff, and then I changed to interviews, and then I changed to animal content, and then I changed to more games with guests, and then I changed to this voiceover stuff, and now I'm doing this here. And I feel life is always changing. It's like the story, the video game you're in keeps getting updates and updates, and you just need to change there, and that helps you become the best version of yourself. Because if you're not changing, I said this in one of my other videos before, you're just becoming lackadaisical. I can't ever say this word and I couldn't say it. Lackadaisical. I'm not trying to say it because I can't say it. But you become so used to your normal routine, and when you're not changing anything, it's harder to become the best you, to get them modifications in the GTA garage, to get your car getting pimped out, the metaphor, the car being you, and the GTA garage being the stuff you're trying to change, right? That's what you're trying to do, and becoming the best version of you is what I can say. And then through change, new opportunities and new beginnings will be birthed, and it will be glorious. And each change is like a turning page in the script of your life story, and it's about closing one chapter, opening a new chapter, closing one page, boom, closing that save file on the video game and opening this save file because you've done the update and it's now time to go because you're a new level. And changes bring new beginnings and excitement. Like, you're like, yo, this is new. What is this new thing I'm doing? What have I changed in my life to be like, wow, rah, like a dinosaur? But what I'm like, rah, man, this is mad. Like, I've changed this, my people I was with, not because of a bad reason, but I just wanted something fresh. And now this whole career, this whole energy I'm about has made me a better person. And for me, which is beautiful. And also, if it's the end of a relationship, that being love, friendship, or workship, once that is done and you know it's time to change it, take that step, man. It's time to step forth into the unknown. With all those memories and lessons learned from prior relationships, you can apply that to the next step in your life. That's the change. You say, okay, it's cool, I'm done here, I'm gonna change it up. It's the fresh time, it's me to be better. And you apply that new change, that new chapter, and you never know what that change is gonna bring and embark you on this next journey. But when you take that decision, that leap of faith, like a video game I'm bringing back, Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed, you turn from your usual path, right? You're taking that leap of faith from what you're used to, the stuff, but you're changing everything, and there will be so many new opportunities and new beginnings waiting for you, and changes will bring new choices for you, and hopefully those new choices will bring happiness and fulfillment. And that, for me, that's amazing. Routine, this is a crazy one. Without change, as I said, life becomes a bit mundane. 9 to 5, cool, wake up, this, work, this, go out, this, back to work, change, no change. Just routine, you're used to it. But when you throw a spanner in the works, you go, you know what, I'm gonna change this setting here, I'm gonna turn it up to 11, it's time to change. And when you change that, your whole routine goes, what is this? Where am I? What is this new thing I'm about to be about, right? And from there, you're changing, you're evolving like a Pokemon. And that routine you're so used to, and this goes back to another video I said, when you have a routine, life's a bit slow, right? Everything becomes passes you by. But when you change it, your body, your mind, your soul's like, yo, this is fresh, what's going on? And then it's like, that freshness will stay with you for a while, and the routine will fade away a little bit, and then the time will slow just a little bit, and you're experiencing these new things, and through these new things you'll have new understandings of yourself. And that routine where you're so used to doing basic things gets thrown out the book, thrown out the window, the rule book's thrown out the window, your rule book is your routine. And that's the snowball effect. Often we give up because we can't accomplish difficult tasks, making that huge immediate change. That is when small changes become extremely valuable. One shift at a time, small changes will eventually lead you to the desired big ones. It's like what I said earlier, when you're trying to better yourself, you can't just you can throw yourself in the deep end, but sometimes having the small victories, right, that is the key. So the snowball effect is like, just do that little one, throw that small snowball, just a little change there. If it's changing your diet, if it's changing the people you're, one of the people you're around, or changing who you speak to, or maybe changing that you watch TV too much, so maybe change that to reading a book once a night. And then that little small change once a week, and then you go, let me throw another small change in there, and another small change. And what you're doing, you're laying groundwork, and this groundwork is snowballs, one snowball there, one snowball there. And by the time you know, you got a whole snowman, and that snowman is a whole leap of faith, that's a whole change. And you go around and you're like, wow, I've changed a lot around me. It feels like we are moving back several steps when like trying to change, pursue a goal, pursue a dream. But sometimes we have to go backwards, right? 2 steps forwards, one step back. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. However the song goes, that's what it is. Sometimes you need to take steps forward and steps back, and you will gradually get there. And those several steps back will help us, and then we'll take that giant leap forward. And that's what I'm trying to get at with life. Let me put the laptop down. We can be better through change. And all I ever do with these videos is try and spark a reaction, or like a chemical reaction in your brain, in your mind, like a mindful reaction, to be like, yo, what's the topic today? The topic is change. Why is he talking about change? Because I've changed a lot in my life. I've changed jobs many times. I've had career paths I thought was me. Nope, I threw that to the side because I changed. It was where I was aligned with right now. And that's the key about life. Sometimes you have certain alignments and you're like, maybe this is where I should be. But then you deep it and you look inside you, and where you're doing them little snowball effects, you learn a bit more about yourself, because you're changing your routine, you're changing the people you're around. Maybe they're not good for you, or maybe you just outgrew them. That's even beautiful. If you outgrow someone, that means you know you're on the right path to be a better person. So it's all these little bits, right, about change. And it will hurt sometimes, because where you're changing, you're probably leaving people behind that you thought you loved. But it is what it is. Like, it's up to you if you want to be a better person, because at the end of the day, when you're 60, 70, you don't know who's still going to be around you, but you are still going to have yourself. So if you can make sure you're the king, you're the queen, you're the protagonist, you're the main character of your story, and you're always trying to level up and build your character arc to make it the best character arc ever, right? By changing little things and big things around you to be the better you. That's always what I preach here, man. I'm not a preacher, I'm not a teacher, I'm just someone giving a little knowledge, a little voice here and there for 15 minutes or 10 minutes, however long. And that's all I'm trying to do, man. It's just, if I can spark something within you to be like, yo, what is he trying to say today? And that's change. Change something in your life, man, for the better. Like, there's so many things that change can do for you. What I'm trying to get is, when you challenge yourself as a person, you blossom, right? You're a flower, you're blossoming. You're in a cocoon, you're coming out as a butterfly, because you're challenging your whole mindset. And change isn't always about massive things. It's just little things here and there. That maybe you're in a great place in life, but it's just a few things. Maybe you're on your phone too much, and you want to change that. So you read the book, you listen to music, or you just maybe meditate or do yoga. There's all little things you can do. So really, all I'm trying to say is, change is good. Change is hard, but it's hard. Like, you will lose things, and it's the emotional intelligence and emotional growth you will go through as well, which I think is beautiful as well, because you'll become a better person by changing things and challenging yourself. And there'll be low times when you change stuff. It's never straightforward like that. There will be hard times when you've changed it all, and you look back, is it really worth what I'm doing? And then however long later, X amount of time, you go, wow, this is dope. I feel like I'm in a whole new space. I feel sick. I feel, yeah, this is me. I don't know why I made a dad, but it was the energy right there, and that's all I'm trying to get at. So yeah, I'm not going to keep talking because I'm just waffling. But all I'm going to try to say is, guys, change is important. And if we don't change, we never level up. And my whole persona and energy is like, we need to level up. We need to be better, because we're here, we're on a journey, right? And if we don't continue the journey and change paths every now and then, we're never going to get to where we need to be. And that's what I'm trying to say, guys. If you enjoyed the video, I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for watching. Like that, subscribe, comment, do all those things that YouTubers asked for and all that. But yeah, I'm out here in my kimono. I'm about to go outside. There's Spider-Man there. But yeah, I'm gonna have a lovely day. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for watching as always, and adios.